Standing tall since 1848, the Biloxi Lighthouse remains one of the most iconic symbols of the Mississippi Gulf Coast and a powerful reminder of the region's resilience. From enduring devastating storms to guiding sailors safely to shore, this historic beacon has done it all. In this month's Hometown History, WXXV's Megan Fayard takes us to this historic Biloxi landmark.
Hometown History with Megan Fayard.
It's the first cast iron lighthouse in the South and the only one in the United States located in the middle of a 4-lane highway. With 178 years of history, the iconic Biloxi Lighthouse has survived the Civil War and more than 20 hurricanes.
It's a monument of strength and stability, and with the city of Biloxi, I mean, it shows how strong we are and how stable we are as a city. I think we're really proud to have it as part of our history, and it's seen so many different things from the past, and it's going to see so many things from the future.
Fabricated in Baltimore and shipped by boat to Biloxi, the Iron Tower first went into operation in 1848. Its light shone until 1861, when the Civil War forced it into darkness. Service was restored in 1866, beginning a new chapter in the lighthouse's long history. The beacon is especially notable for its legacy of female keepers, including Maria Youngins, who faithfully tended the light for more than 50 years.
It was primarily manned by 3 lighthouse keepers, all of whose grave sites are actually over in the Old Biloxi Cemetery, if you ever wanted to check that out. The first lighthouse keeper was Perry Youngin, who unfortunately was only able to serve for 1 year before he passed. And then his wife, Maria Youngin, actually took up the mantle, and she served for 59 years, which is a pretty crazy amount of time to be able to climb the stairs and come back down. They pretty much had to climb it every 2 hours to make sure that that lantern kept burning. The third most notable of the lighthouse keeper was actually Miranda Youngin, who was Perry and Maria's daughter, and she served for 11 years.
Wow, so it was almost like a family thing.
Yes.
They passed it down from one to the other.
Mm-hmm.
The last civilian lightkeeper tended the beacon from 1929 until 1939, when the United States Coast Guard assumed control of the lighthouse. Despite enduring decades of powerful storms, the structure has remained standing, though not without significant damage and repeated restoration efforts. One of the most notable came after Hurricane Katrina, when a devastating storm surge sent more than 21 feet of water into the lighthouse.
It did actually take significant damage during Hurricane Katrina, and the restoration efforts, it was several hundreds of thousands of dollars. A lot of the interior lining, the bricks were knocked out, the door was knocked out as well. It's all been restored as historically accurate as it can be.
Okay, and I know it's in a kind of constant state of restoration.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's hard to keep it, being that it's on the water, it's affected by erosion and, you know, the salt water and probably even the vehicles that are passing by it. So I know right now it's actually needing a little bit of restoration work. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
So right now we have a few of the floorboards in the lower wooden platform and the higher wooden platform that actually need to be replaced. They've gone soft, and we've actually had people come to look at it, but we don't have a date as to when it will be back open again.
The top platform of the lighthouse was closed in late 2025 due to that needed restoration work. It's unclear how long it will take for that portion to reopen and the exact cost of the project.
The expectation there is that it would always be in great shape. And of course, we try to take care of it and keep it in great shape. Located where it's located and taking a beating from the salt water and the salt air that comes in there, you know, things like handrails get a lot of abuse. Anything that's made of metal, you have to stay on top of. So a part of the full restoration on this will be to replace the handrails, not only around the ground level, but also around the lens area up at the top. The lighthouse is the symbol for Biloxi, and it is one of the most visited and photographed landmarks in the country. And so we want to keep it being, a photo op there, for people to be able to get their picture taken there and to be able to learn the history behind the lighthouse.
The lighthouse is entered on the National Register of Historic Places, and visitors from across the nation and world are now able to visit and take in its history every single day. If there's a local historic person or place you'd like to hear more about, send me an email at mfayard@wxxv25.com.